crab just closed. LMX, what I seen when I chased him, nigga, I said it's so. I don't work for tickets, still in the trenches, thugging with a pole.
Alright, morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, twins, so that's twins, drop a like, drop a sub, do it now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nobody drop this in the comments, but y'all know I'll be watching these videos on my own time, so I'm interested. I mean, drop a like, drop a sub, let's see what's going on. I know a little bit about bro, but I don't know too much. I listened to a couple of his songs from back in the days and stuff like that, but I don't know too much about bro, so, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on. Shout out to one enough for the vid, you know what I mean?
My shit. We got my man Breezy with guest side for y'all. We got all types of bullshit. Badlands line, Dark Low speaks Spanish. Original dope boy, man. Original dope boy, man.
Bagging up 18 O's, make it backflip. Badlands, Darien Street, that's the back strip. 32 hanging out the gun, that's a Mac clip. I'ma die drinking juice, I'm Pimp C. My youngest spit 16's not an MC.
When I made 100 grand, I said I would quit. But I made 100 grand and bought another brick.
Summertime, wife beater, Aaron.
And that's your fucking problem, man. That's about
Made 100 grand and bought another brick.
Summertime, wife beater, Air Maxes, no socks. Wintertime, hoodie all tied, and I hold Glocks. Just waking up, me and 2 chicks. Getting money till I die, never too rich. Just brought a trade pound, came with 2 clips. Poppy say he paying rent, I gave him 2 strips. Took the pressure off them niggas, they was too bitch. We could put the guns down and use 2 fists.
This isn't just
Dark Low's story is about a man who had the city in the palm of his hand. He was with one of the most well-recognized groups out of Philly, OBH. With the cosign and backing of ARAB, the sky was the limit. As with any movement of black men, negative or positive, it caught the attention of the feds. And that was the beginning of the end. Today, I will bring you the complete story of Dark Low, his music career, and his eventual downfall due to loose lips.
I mean, it was my block. Yeah, I lived on there. You could say I lived on there.
Okay.
I put my work in out there on that block, and I mean, blood, sweat, and tears. So,
Okay.
You know,
Now, how long ago was that?
it was 2010.
But it still hit your fade. It don't ricochet. A suit with a Tommy gun. If this was different days.
Nigga, what's beef?
Beef when you can't have your kids with you. Switching cars every day. Hand on your pistol.
Disrespected you, Low. I only stated facts.
You never
man.
disrespected me. I just said you was a little hate. It seemed like you was a little like you had.
What did I ever have to hate on you? You was getting more money than me?
I don't know what you.
Was your street credibility over mine? What did I have to hate on you about is what I'm trying to ask you. Beef, and it's not personal. Somebody did some things that they shouldn't have done. It's either you stand with people talking to the police or you don't.
This AR ad, King ad, right? I want to set the record straight, man. Doc Low didn't tell on nobody, man.
Okay.
Doc Low didn't tell on me or nobody.
Dark Low is a figure who's been around Philly rap and street culture for over a decade now. Originally a DVD cameraman, he found his footing once he met ARAB. One day in 2010, ARAB was on Dark Low's block hustling and busting a trap. According to Low and Ab, everyone knew it was Low's block, but Ab kind of didn't give a fuck, and that caught Low's attention, obviously.
How did you and Ab?
Nigga said he kinda didn't give a fuck. Nigga was a damn nigga. He kinda didn't give a fuck.
I beat up originally.
Oh man, down my way. He was on my block doing some things that, you know what I mean? I'm like, hold up, who boy right there? Yeah.
One of my customers was coming from the other side. I had an apartment on the block. Okay. One of the customers come from the other side to meet me over there. And he was like, yo, what you doing? Like, what you mean what I'm doing?
He out there like this.
I'm like, what you mean what I'm doing? He's like, what you doing? It's my block. I'm running. He's like, I run this shit around here. I'm like, well, you know, can't go fuck. I got to do. They ain't got nothing to do with me. We started doing business together.
I mean, it was my block. Okay. Yeah, I lived on there. You could say I lived on there.
Okay. The retelling of the story makes it seem like everything was cool at first. And being as though Ab and Low both have huge egos, there's probably a little bit more to this story. Whichever way it went initially, Ab and Low hit it off from there and was like two peas in a pod ever since. That was until that fatal day in 2019. Low, at a supermarket in Delaware, ran into an FBI agent. Dark Low confronted the agent, asking if he was, in fact, an agent. Dark Low would go to the police station and give a statement that would change the course of his life forever. All throughout the 2000s as a young man, Low was getting arrested and had his run-ins with police. He was sentenced to drug rehab at Eagleville in the year 2000 as a result of a drug arrest. All throughout the early 2000s, Low would get arrested for guns and drugs, totaling up to 5 arrests. In 2010, he met AR Ab and his life would then change forever. During a car ride between Ab and Low to the King of Prussia Mall, AR Ab played his mixtape at the time, Who Harder Than Me? And from then on, Low...
Crazy, what the fuck? Is that like an alley or something? Is that like a back block or some shit? That can't be like... Niggas live on that little ass block?
Forever. During a car ride between Ab and Low to the King of Prussia Mall, AR Ab played his mixtape at the time, Who Harder Than Me? And from then on, Low and Ab were thick as thieves. But Low wasn't thinking about rap just yet. He was happy to keep hustling because that's really all he knew at this point in 2010 and 2011. However, being around Ab and OBH really showed him another way to make money. Ab himself was still learning how to transition from full-time street activities to making money legit through rap. Everywhere Ab and OBH was, people expected to see Dark Low as the years passed. When Dark Low did decide to pick up a mic, it changed his mindset and viewpoint on marketing and making himself a viable product as a rapper.
Back in the street, white linen with a roll on me, king size bed. 2 bitches try and roll on me.
Yeah.
He has a natural gift for rapping, and the feedback was immediate.
I'm trying to buy a house every 2 flips. When it's shit in my hand, you do 2 flips. The money if it's dirty, fans think it's neat. I got on sweats and pennies. He said they hated, and I said fuck them, Benny. I got stuck on their neck. I pushed up on my set. In the jail administration, I pushed up with the exec.
And when it came time to actually make music, Dark Low definitely fed the streets. His consistent releases, along with his ability to paint pictures with his words, made him appealing to most of the Philly underground rap scene. After releasing SK tapes in 2013, it was off to the races. With almost 20 EPs and mixtapes between 2013 to present day, Dark Low definitely played his part. However, this outcome almost didn't happen. According to Dark Low, he never wanted to be a rapper. He was pressured into it once Ab heard him spit. Ab basically was like, yo, with the talent you have, if you don't make money off rap, you're a fool. 2012 was the year, and Ab was fresh off his Who Harder Than Me mixtape success, and he was working on Who Harder Than Me 2. This was also the mixtape that featured Freeway and a production from Swiss Beats, who was quoted at the time as saying that AR Ab and people like him were the future of rap. That mixtape also featured a song called Blow, an unintentional gem from the album.
I only talk money, that's my language. Nigga, I can talk money in sign language.
When I die, I wanna go out like K did. Bustin' his gap, you probably curl up and play dead. Suckers like that, had you knocked on state bid.
Dark Low said that the reaction he got from being featured on that song was his cue to hit the gas with the rapping. As the story of Ab and anyone associated with him would go, as soon as the momentum started, it was abruptly ended with legal troubles. You can see this happening over and over again. Anytime Ab gained some momentum, him and anyone with him soon would hit that brick wall. It happened with Cassidy in the 2000s. It's happening again here with the success of his mixtapes in 2013 and the Swiss Beats cosign. Along with his new secret weapon, Dark Low, at his disposal, Ab seemed unstoppable. But in March of 2013, Ab was sent packing by the state. Once Ab was booked, however, Dark Low took on the role as the leader of OBH as far as the face out here. He definitely held it down while AR Ab was booked, knowing he would be home within a few years.
So it's basically my mixtape. Every mixtape I put out, I like the growth. I see the growth of myself. Like Life on Crook 2, that was crazy. SK Tell was more of a like mixtape feeling, but that was crazy. Then come with the Ron Harvey Jr. Like I'm talking about, this is off the roof, man.
By the time Ab did get home, around 2014, 2015, Meek Mill and Drake were beefing, and Ab's name being brought up in that beef took OBH to a new level.
I damn near forgot about that. I damn near forgot about Drake and Meek and them going. I damn near forgot about that. Damn.
Success with Ab and OBH would continue as they had the backing of almost the entire city. If not for love, then out of fear. From 2013 to 2019, OBH really had the city on lock, and Dark Low was a main part of that movement. Would continue as they had the backing of almost the entire city. If not for love, then out of fear. From 2013 to 2019, OBH really had the city on lock, and Dark Low was a main part of that movement. As we all know, in October of 2018, everything would change as Ab, alongside 8 others, were said to be members of a drug operation, as they were arrested and indicted on federal charges of distributing drugs in North Philly. Dark Low, however, wasn't part of this indictment. The indictment and the news of it hit Philly hard, but one thing was for sure, people knew AR Ab wouldn't fold, and that as long as he stayed quiet, he would have a chance. That would leave it up to the other 8 to stick to the script. And by all accounts, they did, but it seemed to be one person ready to bring the whole ship down, a loose end. Tez Stewart was cooperating. Not only was he telling about the alleged drug business, he was talking about murders, which was not a part of the indictment. This obviously wasn't. Tez Stewart was cooperating. Not only was he telling about the alleged drug business, he was talking about murders, which was not a part of the indictment. This obviously wasn't sitting well in the streets, and OBH especially was not happy about this revelation. At first, Dark Low's mood was free the men type shit. Then, when the news about Taz started to come out, Dark Low started to get the side eye from certain OBH members, in particular, Ab's brother, Leak Moss. Now, we haven't spoken on Leak Moss yet, but he will become part of the narrative against Low eventually. Leak Moss was booked when OBH was formed, so he has a different relationship with some of the people in OBH, like Dark Low. Their relationship had always been kind of hot and cold. Dark Low secretly felt like Moss didn't support him. Things remained cordial until the Fed case, and Leak Moss wasn't playing any games with talking to the Feds. So why was Leak Moss giving Dark Low the side eye? To quickly recap, after Ab got booked, rumors started circulating that there was a rat in OBH. When the trial started, Dark Low had a front row to the action live. As the days rolled on, testimony was being sworn to oath and documents started to circulate behind the scenes.
Play, bitch. Fuck.
OBH had found a snitch, and it was Taz.
Fuck.
Even up until the Fed case, Ab would shout Taz out in his raps. But the news that he was snitching brought tears to Dark Low's eyes. See, Low introduced Taz to OBH according to his own statements to the Feds.
May Allah forgive K and I miss Row. Free Taz and shoot when I tell them let it clip go.
And here lies the problem. The fact that Dark Low has a statement with the Feds to begin with. Day 3 at trial, Dark Low sat and watched as Taz pointed fingers and broke the operation down in open court in black and white. The government alleged that Dark lies the problem. The fact that Dark Low has a statement with the Feds to begin with. Day 3 at trial, Dark Low sat and watched as Taz pointed fingers and broke the operation down in open court in black and white. The government alleged that Dark Low would go on to violate Title 18 U.S. Code Section 1512B when he knowingly mailed a threatening letter to Taz. Title 18 United States Code Section 1512B prohibits knowingly using intimidation, threats, or quote corrupt persuasion against another person with the intent to influence, delay, or prevent testimony or the communication of information to federal law enforcement. Communication of information to federal law enforcement. On November 6, 2019, the feds say their witness received a letter from a return address in U.S. Code Section 1512B when he knowingly mailed a threatening letter to Taz. Title 18, United States Code Section 1512B prohibits knowingly using intimidation, threats, or quote corrupt persuasion against another person with the intent to influence, delay, or prevent testimony or the communication of information to federal law enforcement. On November 6, 2019, the feds say their witness received a letter from a return address in Philadelphia from sender Ron Harvey. Ron Harvey is an alias Dark Low would use sometimes. One of his mixtapes was actually named Ron Harvey. The letter, postmarked November 4th, read,
"What's up, Stuart Little? LOL, you shot out, bud. But you..."
Wait. Hold on.
One of his mixtapes was actually named Ron Harvey. The letter, postmarked November 4th, read, mixtapes was actually named Ron Harvey. The letter, postmarked November 4th, read,
"What's up, Stuart Little? LOL, you shot out, bud. But you and your Fed partners did a good job of hiding it. The men Ben said you was a cheese eater, but I'm defending you. A rat ass, LOL. But you could have at least told me. Now I gotta take a second look at this case from the beginning, again. But what I wanna know is, was you a CI from the jump? Where they gave you a cig and a grub in the interrogation room and you flipped? I do wanna say..."
He about a cig and a grub. He funny for that.
"Where they gave you a cig and a grub in the interrogation room and you flipped. I do want to say thanks for not ratting on me when you was my pack boy on Darien Street cracking the fuck up. I'm going to be front row in the courtroom. Me, Cheese, and a few others. I need to see it with my own eyes." Cheese said the same. "But you got a big ass OBH tat on your neck and my name on you, LOL. Why would you do that? Now you're going to look like a clown for the rest of your life, and the word will travel fast that you're a rat in a Fed pen. Not that bullshit you in now. And you have to check your paperwork from the door in the Fed pens. I'm pretty sure you get banged out in there or stay in PC. But when you get upstate, if you make it there, the Fed pens, you'll be known as the rat ball with the OBH tat. You got like 3 bodies you fighting. Why you telling a drug case, stupid little nigga? I had you on my
Damn. He meant that. He's a stupid little nigga. Fuck.
You fighting? Why you telling a drug case, stupid little nigga? I had you on my IG page, all of my songs. LOL, you crazy. And why you mad at Ab? I'm hearing you was running around with a gun on you. He told you to stop moving like that, and the next day you got booked with it. Then get in the cell and tell your cellie a bunch of lies, and he take the stand on you, and you cooked yourself, fucking dickhead. Be mad at yourself and your big mouth and hard head. I was left for dead, in jail for 5 years for something I didn't do when I met you up top. But I'm a man, I'm always gonna hold my nuts. I know K.E. backflipping in his grave. He loved you.
I'm always gonna hold my nut. It sounded a little... I know what you mean though, son. He's talking about I'm always gonna hold my nut. Ooh.
I'm always gonna hold my nuts. I know K.E. backflipping in his grave. He loved you like I did. And Cheese damn near was crying when I told him, you South Philly niggas is the worst. But they gonna be the ones to get you and do you dirty in there for being a rat, so be careful, Splinter. What you gonna say when they ask you about the OBH tattoos cracking the fuck up? You gonna have a miserable jail bit until you die, cause you not getting out. You ratted to still do 20 to 30 years of life still, dickhead. Shit, at least come home if you rat. All my OBH men standing up through anything, and you the only weak link crying every fucking day. And your BMT, I'm gonna fuck her little ugly, dirty, gullible ass just for you, my guy.
Damn.
And don't be a tough rat. Just humble down and be a good rat like Ace. But like I said, me and Cheese and a few others will be front row when you perform your concert on the stand. Can't wait to see this one. Gary and Keem don't believe me, so they gonna be front row too for the show. And when their paperwork come out, I'm spreading it like wildfire. But for the most part, be careful. When you go to the Fed pen, them South Philly boys don't play that rat shit. And I don't want you to get stabbed up and start bleeding their names out, cracking the fuck up, soaking misery.
This was obviously a touchy subject for Dark Low, but this letter goes without saying wasn't necessary. He could have said the same thing in way less words without any perceived threats. If you ask me, I don't see any explicit or implicit threats to Ted's personal safety, but the government disagreed. Even worse for Low, the government took the "I'ma f your baby mom" line as a rape threat. As disrespectful as a line as that is, it obviously isn't a rape threat.
Damn.
Or how about this? Don't write a letter to a state witness in your friend's federal drug trial. But what do I know? Whatever the case may be, the feds closed in on Charles Sally, aka Dark Low, at a supermarket in Delaware. He saw two men in the supermarket and approached them and asked if they were federal agents. They said they were and wanted to speak with Low down at the station. And oh yeah, they said, "We're serving a search warrant to your house as we speak," they told him. Back at the station is where Low makes his third in a series of mistakes that would get him a 7-year sentence. When they told Low that they were searching his crib, he knew what that meant. The 9mm Beretta with the extended clip and the obliterated serial number was about to be in federal possession. And for Low, being a convicted felon, he wasn't allowed to have a gun, but that was the least of his worries at the moment. It was time to lawyer up and shut up. But Dark Low did the exact opposite. On November 7th, 2019, on the 8th floor of the federal building on 6th and Arch, Dark Low, without a lawyer, would sit down and have a chat with the FBI. The purpose of this chat for the FBI was to get Dark Low to admit to writing a letter, and maybe a cherry on top, they can get him to admit to the gun as well. And to their shock and surprise, they easily got both jobs done. It was pretty easy for them, as Dark Low for some reason was just voluntarily telling on himself. You kind of have to do. One of them's gonna suck, so I don't know if they told you or not that we actually have, we kind of got a search warrant for your handwriting sample. Dark Low replies. Special agent asks, "Exactly how is it on that envelope? So you know you wrote those letters, correct?" Dark Low, "Yeah, I only wrote him one letter." Special agent, "This one?" Dark Low, "Let me see." Special agent, "The one in the blue?" Dark Low, "This one?" "Yeah." Dark Low, "Oh, that's my little brother and he was telling, so I had to give him a piece of my mind." Special agent, "Okay." Then Dark Low goes on to say, "I ain't threatening him, saying I'm gonna kill him or get somebody to kill him or nothing. I ain't put no type of threats in there. I chastised him like, yo, you a fucking rat. I didn't threaten him about nothing, no violence, no nothing. Didn't wish nothing on him. I told him to be careful." The task force officer in the room says, "Like I noticed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reference in there too as well." Dark Low says, "Oh, what I put in there?" Task force officer, "You called him?" Dark Low, "Called him Master Splinter." "Yeah." Dark Low, "Yeah, that's what we call him, Master Splinter." Special agent, "Obviously Mr. Stewart's an important witness for us and we're doing everything we can to protect him." Dark Low, "Not the murderer." Task force officer, "Ha ha 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 ha." Special agent, "What's that?" "Oh, not the murderer, Charles Sally," or Dark Low, "Not the murderer." Task force officer then says, "Low, you got any aliases other than Dark Low?" Dark Low says, "Ron Harvey. It's not really an alias." Says the task force officer, "It's more of a nickname, but you do have any other names you've used in the past or arrested?" "No," says Dark Low. If you move to page 11, they say Dark Low was like, "Yeah, it's all right, but when you say you're trying to protect him, it wasn't no threat towards him at all. That's why and then it says voices talking over each other. Special agent says, when he gets a letter, Dark Low, On page 16, Dark Low says, "It was all, I was there, it wasn't no threats. I don't see how that's a threat. I didn't know him. If I didn't know him or he was just on a case, that's threats. But he was under me, so I feel as though I could say that to him." Task force officer, "Yeah." Dark Low,
Bro,
"I feel as though I could say shit."
I ain't gonna lie, this shit is crazy. Bro, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy.
Like that to him, man. Special agents, "Do you see how someone," and then Dark Low interrupts him, I definitely can. Special agent. All right. Dark Low. But I don't see how somebody can say I threatened. It was a threat because I never threatened him. I said I don't want you to get sniped. Them South Philly boys do not play that. They don't play that anywhere. Frankfurt, whoever, they don't play that. Somebody just got stabbed up for telling, and I still got. Then he goes on to say, I'm trying to get out my heart. It's going to be hard for me to get the love out of my heart for him. But I'm telling him, be careful, bro. You got OBH on your neck. You got my name on your arm. You got Ab name on your arm. Like, be careful, bro. That's what I'm telling him. The interview was littered with interactions like this that didn't give Low the best look. But at the end of the day, no one went to jail because of this, except himself. The streets did not like this decision by Dark Low, and Leak Moss was the most outraged. Low came home on medical leave in 2020 and was fighting his case from house arrest during that time.
But if he just got himself locked up and nobody went to jail, what niggas? Nah, I don't fucking know, bro.
Things with him and Leak Moss would heat up.
Disrespected you, Low. I only stated facts.
You never
man.
disrespected me. I just said you was a little hate. It seemed like you was a little like you
What did I ever have to hate on you? You was getting more money than me?
I don't know what you
was your street credibility over mine? What did I have to hate on you about is what I'm trying to ask you.
Me.
What is that? I don't understand. What? What did you have that I didn't?
Tell me.
What did you? I never spoke ill of you. I never know that we never fucked with each other. You just stated that. I never knew that.
Lee, come on,
when I
man.
found out,
you never supported me, bro. You never did. You never supported nothing I did.
You know,
bro.
Did I support Ad? I did, but did I support Ad?
Supported Ad.
No, what the fuck I didn't, bro. You know I don't even work my Instagram, bro. You know that. Why you acting like that?
I don't know that. Anytime.
Come on, man. You being weird, man. You're being weird. You know I don't run my Instagram. You know I don't run my Instagram. Come on, you know his ran. You know his ran my Instagram since I had it. You knew that. Come on, man. Don't act like this.
Why you think I know shit?
Oh man, come on. Everybody knew that. He was on my page more than me. All right. So say you didn't know. Okay, cool. Now you mad about support that you never even asked me.
I'm not mad about nothing, bro.
You just said that. You bring that up. I didn't bring that up. You said you never supported me.
Let me talk real quickly.
No, he just said you never supported me.
You asked what you got to hate on me, what I think you like jealous or hatred for me, and I told you.
But what did I do to make you feel like that?
I just told you.
Not support you, right?
Me.
Everybody feel like that. Pretty Flock feel like that. Razor feel like that. C Dot feel like that. Everybody feel like that. You know I'm not the Instagram guy.
So what's your
So
solution?
you gonna be a whore and do all that about support? When you know that you know speaking on my name is a no-no. You know that. Why are you doing this?
Speaking on my name is a no-no. You not.
Come on, y'all.
It's not.
He talking about because my name is a no-no. Hell no.
About support. When you know that you know speaking on my name is a no-no. You know that. Why are you doing this?
Speaking on my name is a no-no. You not.
Come on, y'all.
It's not, Low.
Keep it clean.
You not speaking on my name.
Low, come on, Low. You know, man, you not on the same level. I spoke on your name because you talked to the cops. You talked to the police. You did that, Low. I don't do that.
Who I told on when I talked to the police?
You told on Taz. You said he killed 3 people, bro. You said he used to sell drugs for you. You said he used to sell drugs for you, bro. You said that.
So I told him.
I didn't read that. It's not in the paperwork, bro. In the paperwork, you're saying that. What are you talking about?
So I told him.
You're saying that, not them. You are. And you said I will be better for y'all out there. I know you try to explain it in some corny context, but you said that, bro. What you do about it? You said I don't remember saying that, so I read it to you.
I had the paperwork right in front of me.
And then I read it to you.
Yeah,
and then I read it to you. You said, "Oh man, I don't know what I was thinking when I said that, but I know it wasn't no telling shit because I know me. I can't take that. I only can take
know what you said. I know what you was talking about.
But I never knew that we didn't fuck with each other till Ab got locked up. When Ab got locked up, I never seen you. I seen you twice. Both times you pulled some snake shit, right or left. I seen you twice since Ab got locked up, right?
When Ab wasn't locked up.
After Ab got locked up, only seen you twice, correct? Before Ab trial.
Counting.
Yeah, I was, because I only
counting.
seen you twice, and both times you pulled a snake move. We ain't gonna speak on what it was, but
What kind of snake move I pulled?
oh man, we ain't gonna speak on that. But Guy Fisher, yes,
What kind of snake move I pulled?
no,
No.
oh come on, man, come
Hey,
on.
what's the solution? What's the solution, y'all?
I mean, the paperwork is the paperwork. He did what he did.
All right,
And
let's
my
talk
thing
about
is,
the
I'm not
paperwork
saying he
now.
told on nobody. I'm not saying he got
That's what
nobody
you
locked
said.
up.
You
I'm
just
saying
said
he
I
was
was rat.
wrong. He was
just said I
wrong
was
for
a
3
rat.
things.
What was he
Well,
wrong?
you
What was
could
he-
be. I'll be better for y'all out there. Scares me.
I'm confused.
That means like,
He just said he not telling. He just said what he say? He said I'm not saying he not telling on nobody, but he just said that he told on Buddy that was he said that was selling drugs for him or some shit. Am I tripping? Am I on some fraud shit? Did he not just say that he told on bro and now he's saying I don't fucking know what's going on, man.
I'm working. You did. It's in the paper. Want me to pull it up? Everybody go to YouTube. Johnny, go to YouTube right now. Pull it up.
So let me ask
Pull
you a
it up,
question.
Johnny. Can you pull it
Let
up,
me ask
Johnny,
you a
so he can
question.
stop saying
All
he
right,
ain't
pull
say
it
that?
up. Let me ask you a
Can you
question.
pull it up? Then you have it earlier with Mikey T. You got it. Go to it. Put it up. Put it on the joint.
Let me ask you. Yeah, I got it. My phone downstairs. Let me ask you a question.
You got it.
You read paperwork before. You know
Yes.
I just read a bunch of paperwork where they fuck shit up. You read paperwork before. You know they fuck paperwork. Why the fuck would I say that to them for a letter? Like, who do you take me as?
You keep saying for a letter, but you was locked up for a gun and a letter. Love. What happened to the gun?
Gun came crazy. The gun came later. That wasn't even. Ain't say nothing about the gun. That was later.
Huh?
They ain't had nothing to do with that.
They
So
had the gun that same day. Love, what are you talking about?
That was
the same day
later.
they took you in, they had the gun.
That was later after
they charged
the
you later, but they grabbed that gun the same day at your house, bro.
After the interview, that was later.
Oh my
they came back.
Luke, what about your brother calling home and saying you ain't a rat?
Yeah, but at this point, I'm not taking nobody's word. Like I told him.
He don't even give a That nigga said, yeah, but at this point, yeah, I ain't going for it. Nah, nigga said at this point, I ain't going for it. Nah.
That was later.
Oh my
they came back.
Luke, what about your brother calling home and saying you ain't a rat?
Yeah, but at this point, I'm not taking nobody's word. Like I told him, I need proof. You see what I'm saying? Not saying I believe him, not saying I don't, but you have to come with the proof.
All right, let me. So why you think it's cool to still talk to him after all the shit was said? Like shit that
because
can't
I do. But I fixed it with my heart. I don't. If nobody else has to talk to him, only me. So I'm the only person that got to answer that. If somebody don't like that, they're entitled to, say they don't like it or do something about it, which I know nobody's going to do that. So keep talking. That's all y'all going to do.
So that's the
answer.
Know
If you see me, you ain't going to do nothing. Stop acting crazy.
Please, Luke, I thought you said you peaceful right now, bro.
Yeah, I am, but I don't like people speak. Nobody ever spoke on my name and got away with it.
I don't like nobody speaking on my name either.
Come on, y'all.
This ain't the first time. You got your jaw broke before I break it again.
You talking about, come on, y'all. You talking about, come on, y'all. No.
Now, bro.
Yeah, I am, but I don't like people speak. Nobody ever spoke on my name and got away with it.
I don't like nobody speaking on my name either.
Come on, y'all.
This ain't the first time. You got your jaw broke before I break it again.
Nobody never break my fucking jaw.
I will.
When?
Yo, come on.
I sent you my
address.
Like
that, man.
Stop acting like that, man. That's my address. That's where I'm at right now.
You got twisties in your head, man. Stop acting like that.
Fuck you think you is, nigga? Nobody's scared of you, nigga. You nobody to you, nigga. You bleed like I bleed, nigga. I'm cutting it off, nigga.
Instagram lives back and forth, and even a diss song by Leak Moss.
Remember when you talking, watch how you speak to me. Made it like I'm fighting for a stage I ain't never wanna step on. Cut mine, they wanted to press on. Same block you started, be the same block you left on. Same block you chilled on the same.
Facts, he did. He did speak facts right there, though. Yeah, spitting on that hoe. What he say?
I'm fighting for a stage I ain't never wanna step on. Cut mine, they wanted to press on. Same block you started, be the same block you left on. Same block you chilled on, the same block I wreck on.
That this song basically serves as a letter straight to Dark Low, with Moss letting all of his positions and frustrations with Dark Low put in a powerful song.
Man, you know we made you, took you in the wing shit, I shoulda gotta thank you. Instead, I got a poodle at my ankle. Figure since my brother is your father, I could spank you. Fact that you created and I'm real, I mean, I rank you.
They're talking about the whole conversation that you had with the feds, everything going on right now with Leak Moss and AR Rab.
Right.
So I want to ask you, man, like, why did you have the conversation with the feds?
That's what you gotta understand. When you jammed up, you don't talk to no feds. You don't go in there and talk. You could ask for your lawyer. Me personally, I was my lawyer. I was my own lawyer. I ain't want no lawyer because it was a meatball. Like, y'all charged me for this. All right, I'm gonna defend myself. That's the type of time I was on in there. You know what I'm saying? So I went in there like, well, what's up? Yeah, I'm my lawyer. What's up? What's going on? We talking about a letter. Like, all right, what's up? I'm representing myself. I don't need no lawyer. That's what I'm telling them. I don't need no lawyer. What's up? What's going on? So that's why I talk to him. I'm a different type nigga. Like, but for the most part, if you is in the jam and you getting a lawyer, you don't talk to no people. But I'm per se, I'm a different boy. I don't fear them. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need nobody to talk for me for nothing like that. For a letter, I don't need nobody to talk. Yeah, I wrote that. I don't need nobody. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wrote it. Well, what's up? I ain't threatening nobody, man. Not that I knew of. I ain't threatening nobody. It was just me writing my little brother. You know what I'm saying? If I had a little brother, I'm just writing him. Like, damn, dog, like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cussing my little brother out. Well, that's why I was talking to him. You feel me? And they saying like, I said, I'm better for y'all out there or in there. Oh, hold up. I gotta read it off.
Yeah, I got the quote right here.
I got it right here too. We can go back and forth. Well, you can go if you want to. Cause dudes is like dudes is real stupid, but dudes not stupid. They just hate me. Niggas be jealous of me, so they already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They want to run with it and say my name now. But my shit is legendary, man. You ain't gonna never be able to say my name now. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm talking to him. Like, I'm cocky. I'm sarcastic right now. Like, y'all, I got the letter. Like, I'm cocky right now. I'm laughing, all that. I mean, so they like, so what? Do you know about like the stuff he was going to talk about? Me, everything, cocky, yeah, everything. Unfortunately, you missed the fireworks. They talking about him going in there, and this is public. This is for the public, so I'm just reading it off. So they let it out to the public. So I'm not saying nothing that can incriminate me or send me back to jail because they let it out in public. They said, unfortunately, you missed, right?
Yep, they're saying, unfortunately, you missed the fireworks because they dragged you out of the courtroom when he testified.
Right.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
But
so
you're like,
they dragged me out.
But you're like, I know everything about what he's talking about. I know everything because you, like a lot of people out there, Lo, myself included, we didn't know about your relationship with Taz. You know what I mean? The general public didn't know about your relationship with Taz. So I felt like you coming out and addressing your relationship with Taz and putting it on Front Street, you beat people to the punch, thinking that you introduced the guy who destroyed OBH to the group.
No, I mean, I did. But I don't want to talk down on him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? On here. I ain't trying to get in trouble, but yeah. So that's basically what it was. That was my young boy. That was my little bro from jail. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I brought him around. But they already knew that. So they telling me like, yeah, we know he hustled for you. Or this, that, when I used to be in the streets. We know he hustled for you. You know what I'm saying? But you can go on, you gotta keep going because this how it gets shaky, so you gotta keep going.
Yo, actually there is a shaky part of this that was brought to my attention kind of late. is that they said, so did you tell him the truth? And
That's what I'm saying.
And that's kind of referenced wrong. The question should
Right.
be, so did he tell the truth?
Exactly. So that's what they reference wrong, right? So I'm like, man, I don't know. You know, I don't know what he's saying. Like, I ain't talking to him now like that. You know what I'm saying? Then they like they fucked this whole joint up right here. Cause they asked me, well, he already locked up for 3 homicides. Why would he lie about this homicide or whatever? So I'm like, so y'all coming to me with y'all saying somebody with 3 homicides, y'all believing somebody with 3 homicides coming to y'all saying something like that? But then this right before that, but they don't got this here. So they saying, well, what up? Well, he told me that he could be better for us out there than in there. So I'm repeating. So y'all telling me somebody that told y'all that it'd be better for y'all out there, and here is this what y'all coming trying to book my brother for some shit like this, but they got it referencing here, like what did he say?
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's what. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so, because they already told me this. Like, well, he said he'd be better for us out there. Like, what would he lie for? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, so you talking to me that he'd be better for y'all out there than in here. So that's what you're saying. But they got a reference in here.
This AR ad, King ad, right? I want to set the record straight, man. Doc Low didn't tell on nobody, man. Doc Low didn't tell on me or nobody. Doc Low got mental issues. Doc Low got medical issues. He's out on bail. He came home on compassionate release because he caught COVID-19 while his kidney issues was flaring up. His case is still open. He just out on bail. He still got to go to court. He still got to fight his case.
Right.
Doc Low's case is not a serious case.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote 2 letters to his ex-young boy who turned out to be a rat and a liar. His young boy ratted and lied on me in trial. So Doc Low wrote 2 letters to his young boy telling his young boy that he's a rat and he gonna fuck his baby mom. He didn't threaten the guy or nothing.
In August of 2021, Doc Low would be sentenced to 7.5 years for attempting to intimidate a witness. The legacy he left before he was arrested in the grand scheme of things was insignificant. But when you zoom into Philly in particular, Low left his mark on a rap scene and should be mentioned as one of the all-time spitters from Philly. Doc Low's sound is a little outdated in the year 2025, but he put in more than enough work when he was a young, scrappy 20-something with something to prove. He will go down as one of the top spitters to ever come out of Philly, like I said, who had his reputation marred and smeared at the end. Doc Low didn't rat, he didn't snitch, but he did talk to the feds without a lawyer, which he knows better than. In a moment of arrogance, he caught himself up. Earlier this year, Doc Low was released early for good behavior, time served, and ongoing medical conditions. Him and Ab are still close friends as Abs serves his bid. Their communication has to be difficult since Ab's in there and they're both convicted felons. The feds will try to trap you any way they can, is the moral of this story. There's no outsmarting a well.
Anyways, drop a like, drop a sub, W watch. Let me know how you felt about that Zoom and stories like this you want to watch. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time, bro.